Hey y'all, and welcome to the Ladywing Designs channel. My name is Zakia, and today is October the 31st, 2020. It's a Saturday, so happy Halloween. I thought that I would do a craft with me today, since there was no video this week, and we'll get into that in a second. Welcome to anyone that's new or returning. Greatly appreciate you for being here. So it's Halloween, so naturally, whoops, sorry for the glare. Today I am going to work on Happy Halloween, which is from the Just Cross Stitch October 2020, whoops, issue. And that is what it looks like. So it's full coverage. I've shown it off before. The pattern is by Doreen Jones. And yeah, we are going to work on the border because that's where I am. So, oops, there we go. Details. This is 32 count light mocha linen. I just got it off of 123 Stitch a while ago. And the Hello Pumpkin needle minder is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I love it. It's kind of appropriate. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just filling in this border. So I hope that everyone is doing as well as you can lately, amidst the dumpster fire that 2020 is. Yeah, I hope that everyone's doing well. Let me try to stay in frame here. So, like I said, it's Saturday, it's Halloween, and I have to work. So, if you, I think that I talked about this in like a couple of, maybe 2 or 3 whip updates ago. Yeah, so it's college football season. I work in the football stadium for the University of Alabama. I work in the premium areas, and yeah, I love it. So we have a football game today, which, I mean, usually the last week of October is our bye week, or the week that we don't play anyone. But the football schedule, like just about everything else, was rearranged this year. We started a couple weeks later than usual, and yeah, we're not necessarily, it's not the same schedule we're used to every year, which, whatever, rolling with the punches. Yeah, so we have a Halloween game this year, and sorry, I'm trying to like see. Will it help if I look in the camera? I'm looking at my actual stitching and not the camera. So yeah, it's a whole thing. I had to put my glasses on so that I can see all the way down to my hands, because usually the fabric is closer to my face than this. Anyway, so I guess for time reference, it is about 10:15 in the morning, which is, well, I don't know if the light that's happening on camera, it's partially artificial light and it's partially great sunlight. That's probably what's happening anyway. Yeah, so I have to be at work at 2:45, so, I have a little bit of time to record, and football hasn't quite started yet, so I figured, since I'm awake a little earlier than I thought I would be, let's go ahead and do a stitch with me. So like I mentioned before, there was no video this week, no whip update, and that is because my software, my editing software, the subscription for it ran out last Friday. So I think I put up the last whip update on either Wednesday or Thursday of last week. And then the next day, on Thursday, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do a vlog. And I'll just vlog for the next week. And then, that'll just be the whip update, because I had mentioned that I had been feeling like vlogging. So I was like, let's just do that. Like if I vlog for a whole week, they'll still get to see everything kind of, more as it's happening instead of me just holding things up. So I did it. It was fabulous. I like was I mean, I made it all the way to like Tuesday night. Now, granted, I still have to do like an ending clip at some point, but to like end off the vlog, but honestly, even at this point that might not happen. uh but yeah. So my editing software ran out. So I went to like start putting everything together and it was like, "Oh, hey, just so you know, this happened." And I was like, "Oh, well darn. Let's go, figure out how much it's going to be to renew that." And it's not super expensive. I use Wondershare Filmora for anyone that is wondering. And I really like the program or the software. I don't know. I don't know the correct word there. But yeah, I really like it. I have been using it ever since I started making videos and I enjoy it. So anyway, the subscription is not like a ton of money. The 1 year, the like annual subscription is $40. But money's just been tight right now, so that money needs to go somewhere else. Oh, sorry, let me stay in frame. Threading my needle. Yeah, that money just needs to go somewhere else right now. So I do have the, whoops, okay. I do have the Filmora app. Hold on, I need to do this out of frame so that I can make sure my thread's actually attached. But yeah, so long story short, I don't have editing software. Now, Filmora does have the Filmora Go app for mobile devices. Um, oops, here we go. So I that's what I'm gonna use. I'm recording on my tablet right now, and hopefully, oh my gosh, okay. Let me try to stay in frame while I do this. I can't really see. Is that bad? I think y'all can see my work better than I can. Not That's not really helpful, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Oh. Hold please. I don't think that did what I wanted it to do. Trying to get the end to actually be like caught under the floss, and it just wants to like stick to itself and join the party, and we can't have that. Okay, that's better. Anyway, where was I? Filmora. Anyway, yeah. So I'm hoping that I can just use the mobile app to upload and we won't have any issues there. I've done it before, so it should be okay. I had a couple of things I wanted to talk about, and now yeah, I'm all over the place. It's fine. It's fine. I worked yesterday, and I don't think I'm actually, maybe I did mention servicing in the last one. Anyway, on the Friday before home games, before Saturday home games, the uh, premium the premium area guests are able to come into their skyboxes. So, okay, let me back up. So, in the stadium, on certain levels, there are what we call skyboxes. Oops. Okay. I'm trying to figure out a good situation here so that I don't have to struggle. And so you guys can still see what's happening. Anyway, so on Fridays, they were open for a few hours and they are able to come in and basically bring things to their boxes that they wouldn't be allowed to uh, on Saturdays, for on game day. There's a word for that. or phrase. Anyway, so they can bring a lot of people bring different alcohols and things. Um, because they have food that they get. We have a catering company that's in the stadium that makes food for them that they can order and all, but they can order alcohol like during the week, and then it'll be in their box, but you can't order it on game day. So they'll bring alcohol, they'll bring like decorations. Some people have a florist stop by to bring fresh flowers every week. Um, some people just come up to check what they have. Some people just come to hang out for a little bit. It's all good. They are allowed to do that. So, yeah, I love it. I love my job. My coworkers are great. The guests are great. And it's helpful because I've been there so many years now that a lot of the guests are there year after year. They have their same box. So, yeah, it's just great. I love it. And today is game day. Our game starts at 6 o'clock this evening. So it is going to be a long night. Hopefully not that long, but it will. I'll probably get off close to midnight. So it's fine. I'm excited. And not to get off that late, but I think it'll be a good game. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today that requires me to walk around more than I usually do. Usually I just sit at the podium in the lobby, which, I mean, I'm not complaining about. Me and that podium we're real close. So my position is floor captain, and I've been floor captain for 3 years prior to this. All but 1 year that I worked for them, I've been floor captain, which is kind of crazy to think about because before I was floor captain, I was just a floater greeter. Um, and I shouldn't say that, just a floater greeter. Like every position is important. Um, yeah, there are attendants that are in the boxes, and so not that it obviously, it doesn't happen for everyone that way, but I was actually kind of hoping, years ago, I was actually kind of hoping that I would be an attendant instead of the floor captain. Um, Not solely because they are the ones that get tips, if anyone, of course, But yeah, I'm actually glad that I just kind of jumped over attendant and went to floor captain. I'm not mad about it. Like I said, I get my podium. So this game, I'll be walking around a little more. Yesterday, I made sure that I sat at my podium so that we could have a little time together because someone else will be there for this game. And that is a-okay. I don't know if I'll be doing this new kind of task the rest of the season or not, but I'm here for it. I get to be basically even more of a liaison figure, so can't complain about that. I'm one of those people that I love to know like the behind the scenes stuff and like how everything comes together and how things are supposed to go, all of that stuff. I love the behind the scenes stuff, which is why I know that changing my major from accounting to hospitality management um, was the way to go because I am a stickler about customer service and my concentration is in event planning. So, yeah, that's all the behind the scenes stuff if I ever heard of it. So, yeah, kind of the perfect thing for me to be doing. I did enjoy accounting, and I mean, the internships and the pay rates were amazing. But I think that yeah, I mean, after that second, I did two accounting internships um, earlier in my college years, and I enjoyed them both, met great people, but I don't think I can sit at a desk looking at a computer for that long. Which is funny because, I say that, and how many times have I sat on my couch watching FlossTube for hours? And make no mistake, some days while I was at work, I would totally like have my phone going because, I could put in a headphones or something. Um, or earbuds rather. Regardless. Oh my gosh. Um, yeah, sometimes I would sit there and like just have a floss tube or a knitting podcast kind of going in the background to keep me company. Um, yeah, or I would be listening to music or something, trying to keep myself awake. But I mean, that pretty much failed every time after lunch. It was always downhill after that. And I was also really bad about getting up and like walking around and things like that. I'm still really bad about it, even if I'm like watching FlossTube or something. I need to be better about getting up and taking breaks. But you live and you learn. So yeah, that's kind of where my headspace is today. Sorry that my camera goes like in and out of focus. I have actually, a previous time, I have actually tried to figure out like a way to turn off like autofocus because that's what it looks like it is. But um, okay, I pull off a really long strand. I think that's actually a little too long. I pull off a really long strand, and the way that I like test if I like it or not, I am also okay. I am a stickler about. I'll come back to that hopefully if I remember. I'm a stickler about like cutting it. You can see like in the folds of where it's folded like around the bobbin. So I will take the end and like lay, oh, well, I'm gonna drop the bobbin. I take the end and like kind of lay it at the center of like the little crease where essentially where I would cut it, and then I like, loop it because I like to do the loop start, and I make sure that I like that length of floss that I'm working with. And then I snip, of course I didn't do that on screen, but I snip it like in the center of the little fold there. So and I mean it's not always in the center of the fold. You can see it's kind of after it, but whatever. So come on, little floss, cooperate. Nope, just one. Okay. And then you can't see this, but I also am really big on, I don't know why, I've always done this. I don't know if it helps it lay straighter or not, but whether I am doing one long strand for a loop start or two strands and like holding them together, like not a loop start, like a regular tack your ends down start. I always hold my floss up by one end and let the floss like twist until it stops twisting, right? To like get the twist out of it. And if I am like pulling two strands and then putting them together, I do that for both strands. Like I don't pull two strands out at like together, or even if I do, I'm still gonna separate them and let the twist come out of them separately, and then I put them back together. Um, I mean, I don't know if that necessarily affects if it helps like my floss to lay neater. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I've always done that, like since the beginning. I think I've always done that, so I don't really have anything to like compare it to. Um, but yeah, just one of those things. So a second ago, I was about to say, as a lot of us do, oh, I'm OCD about blah 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 blah. And that we gotta stop saying stuff like that, y'all. Um, I mean, if you have OCD, one thing, like you have been diagnosed, you have seen someone, and they have said, like, yeah, you have, this is happening. Like, that's one thing. Um, but there are a lot of those phrases, and I saw a post about this on Instagram. Maybe I'll try to go back and find it and maybe put it in my stories. But that's really important. People that have mental health issues, problems, whatever, it's what's the word that I'm looking for? Undermines? I'm not quite sure. But it makes it more of like a, oh, it's like a, I don't know. I can't, I feel like y'all know what I'm trying to say, but I can't think. There's a word that I know is like exactly what I want. I can't think of it. But yeah, it makes it harder for people who really do have OCD to get help, right? Because everyone else is just like, oh no, you're just super picky about things. And I mean, yes, that might be the case, but they might really have OCD and really need help, um, learning how to come to terms with that and deal with that in their life. Whereas somebody else might really just be super picky about things, right? You don't have OCD, there's not, yeah. So, I mean, it's the same thing for a lot of mental health issues. People saying they're depressed and really you're just super sad. Like, yeah, that's not a good, you know what I mean, right? Like, oh, I'm so depressed about blah blah blah, but like you're just over exaggerating. Um, I'll have to find that post and yeah. If I do, maybe I'll figure out some way to like tack it on to this video or something. I have only used the Filmora Go app a couple of times for Stitch with Me's beforehand, so I'm still kind of getting used to working with it on the tablet. I must say, I definitely prefer the laptop version, but it's okay. We're gonna make it work. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about, I don't know how many people will watch this before tomorrow, but I am planning on so this is the other reason I was really ticked off about the software editing software. I was about to say software editor. That's not right. um, the other reason that I was kind of ticked about the editing software, the subscription ending. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh, I've just been talking and chatting, and I was supposed to skip a space, and I literally started my strand right there. Y'all, I hope that's not indicative of how my day is gonna go. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I am. I'm mumbling things inside my head because, as Claire, beautiful Clarity would say, there are lots of New York words coming out right now. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, hold your horses. Don't worry, I've got the frog. I hope I don't pass it on to you in this video, and if I kind of did, I am so sorry. I'm sure that the whole time I was stitching that, y'all were sitting there. If you did look up or if you are watching me stitch, I'm sure you were like, "Girl, that's wrong. You're gonna have to rip that out." And I almost got down to the end of the box too. Darn it. C'est la vie, which is that's life in French. Uh, if you didn't know that, one of my favorite foreign phrases. Okay. Anyway, what was I about to say? So yeah, I don't know how many people will watch this before tomorrow, which is November the 1st. Um, but I, darn it, what, what happened? Come on, Floss, work with me here. Work with me. So, for what just happened to my floss, y'all? Anyway, for the month of November, it's my birthday month, so I will be, the plan is to vlog, daily vlogs. I'm not calling it anything fancy. It'll probably just be titled November Vlogs. I thought about being all, ooh, Vlogvember, but like, no, November Vlogs. That's what they are, period. It's just easier. I don't have to combine words. It's fine. Um, yeah, so anyway, it'll be daily vlogs, hopefully every day in November. I'm not sure. I would like to upload them, like one for every day, but we'll see. Now I've like messed up the floss. It keeps catching every time. Anyway, yeah, so we'll see how I end up like putting the vlogs together to upload them. Um, it might be that I do something similar to my Stitch Mania vlogs where hold on, I can't apparently talk and do this at the same time. Clip the end off of the thread. Oh, okay. Well, do y'all ever get in one of those moods where you're like, I just want to throw the whole piece of floss away? Even though this, like, I mean, it's basically a new strand of floss because I just frogged everything out, but I'm like, dude, work with me. Like, okay. Please cooperate. Anyway, yeah, so, I don't know if it'll be like Stitch Mania where I like put a few days together in one video and then upload, or um or if I'm hoping, like I said, I would really like to post one like short little video each day, but we shall see what happens. No promises on anything. We're gonna roll with the punches on this and see what happens. Because regardless of how I upload them or what I decide on, I just want to enjoy it. And I am actually hoping that I can get through the entire month. Sorry, I feel like my hands have been all over the camera today, like on the screen and such. So hopefully you could kind of see as I've been stitching along. I feel like my floss is just not doing great now after having to frog it out. It's fine. It looks okay. So yeah, that's basically the plan. I probably won't be starting anything until in the morning. It more than likely by the time I get home, shower, get my adrenaline to stop rushing and lay down and go to sleep, it will definitely be November 1st. But I think that I'll just wait and start recording tomorrow morning whenever I wake up, so that yeah, I can just kind of be a fresh start. Started off with some sunlight and all of the things. I'm really looking forward to November. I am going to be joining in the Full Coverage Fanatics event. That's a Facebook group, Full Coverage Fanatics. Obviously, it's based around full coverage projects. That's what you can post over there. And they do different challenges and things throughout the year. And I am hoping So next month they are doing Wheel of Fortune. So and I'm sure then I'll talk about this again a little more tomorrow when I get started on the challenge. But so they have three different sets of words. There's a seasonal set, a words, a northern hemisphere set, and a southern hemisphere set, right? And they just have different words that go along with them. So I am doing the seasonal words because they're longer, and I'm gonna do the 500 stitch option. So I'm doing counting, and for each letter in the word, you have to do whatever amount of stitches you chose. So the first word under seasonal is celebrate. So that has 9 letters. So for each letter, I'm going to do 500 stitches. And you can only use one project per word. Uh, so for celebrate, I'm going to need to do 4,500 stitches to complete that word. And I'm not mad about it. I'm going to use it to hopefully get some parks finished. Yeah, get some progress on some full coverage whips. I really need that right now. So, yeah, we're gonna come to kind of an abrupt ending here. But hey, look, I got I recovered and I got this next box basically done. So I know that my tablet will cut me off kind of soon here anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this little rambly goodness. Hopefully I will be able to upload this pretty easily, and I will join you again tomorrow, hopefully, for some November vlogging. So I hope that everyone is doing fabulous, as fabulous as you can, and staying healthy and safe and all the amazing things, right? So thanks for hanging out, friends. And we're going to finish this right now. I will chat with y'all hopefully tomorrow. Bye, y'all.